merci d'être venu. Donc, on organise cette année la deuxième édition du Rum Festival. On a fait la première édition à la même période au Suffren. Et cette année-ci, on a la chance d'accueillir des intervenants internationaux comme Yann et Maxence, qui vont vraiment redonner une autre dimension au festival. On veut vraiment positionner nos hôtels et la destination sur l'international. Donc c'est vrai qu'avec la présence de ces experts du rhum, on va vraiment apporter aux Mauriciens une connaissance sur le rhum et de découvrir une ambiance et différentes atmosphères qu'on va proposer sur le festival. Donc Maxence est propriétaire d'un bar à Hong Kong, le Oni Oni Tiki Lounge. Il a accepté notre invitation et il fera une masterclass sur comment ouvrir un bar en Asie. Donc sa masterclass se fera le jeudi sur le festival. Yann a également accepté notre invitation. Yann, il est le Global Rum Ambassador. Il vient du Royaume-Uni et il va faire une masterclass réservée aux professionnels avec Richard Rondu. Malheureusement, Richard n'est pas encore arrivé à Maurice, il arrive mercredi. Ils vont faire les deux une masterclass pour les professionnels qui sera autour du rhum. Mais je vais les laisser vous donner plus de détails après, ils vont vous expliquer. Ensuite, on a Joao Balzani qui est international aussi mais qui vit à Maurice depuis des années maintenant. Joao va faire également une masterclass sur l'histoire du rhum. Des rhums mauriciens et il organise une compétition de cocktails le jeudi à 16h30 sur le festival où quelques barmen vont s'affronter. Il y en a aussi également plus de détails. Peut-être on peut commencer.
Bonjour.
Max.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Merci de m'accueillir dans votre île, sur votre île. Oui, donc je m'appelle Maxence Traverse et j'ai un bar à Hong Kong qui s'appelle le Oni Oni. Ça va faire 5 ans que je l'ai ouvert. C'est un tiki bar, donc plus côté sur Polynésie, mais Polynésie, il n'y a pas beaucoup de rhum en Polynésie, donc plus Caraïbes, Maurice, ainsi de suite, le reste du monde. Donc on a à peu près entre 250 et 280 rhums suivant les mois. Suivant ce qu'on finit, ce qu'on rajoute. Et voilà. Et donc j'étais invité par Xavier pour venir au Rum Fest cette année. Et je voulais parler comment ouvrir un bar parce que on a déjà Yann qui parle suffisamment du rhum, pas besoin trop d'en parler, mais ouvrir un bar, je pense que c'est pas mal, ou travailler derrière un bar, sachant tout ce qui va avec. Je pense que c'est un bon topic et le faire en Asie, c'est pas forcément évident, ou le faire bien. Donc voilà, je voulais mettre cette petite touche d'avoir un rum bar en Asie. Le seul, l'un des seuls maintenant sur Hong Kong et dans les alentours de Hong Kong.
Voilà.
Timide. Yann, je te passe.
Me? Oh, what do you want me to do? Hi, what I'm doing here. Hi, my name is Ian Burrell. I'm the global ambassador for rum, and that just means I travel around the world and drink free rum. That's all that means. But no, what I'm one of the reasons why I'm here is because I love to find out different rum cultures, different rum histories, how rum is used. The different styles of rums, and Mauritian rum as a category is a growing category as well. So while I'm here at the actual event, I'm looking to further my knowledge on Mauritian rum and incorporate that into my talks around the world. But the talks I'm doing here is about the history of rum as a category. Not only rums as a category and how they're made, but also how they're used in cocktails as well. So I'll be doing the history of rum in 10 cocktails, supposed to be 10 cocktails. I don't know if I'm going to make 10 cocktails. I'll definitely be drinking 10 cocktails as such. But what I'm hoping to show and what I'm hoping to share with people here is the fact that rum is an international spirit category. and Mauritian rum, rightly so, has its place within the rum family around the world. My family's from Jamaica, so Jamaicans all think, oh, all rums are from Jamaica. But as we know, you guys here from Mauritius, you know there's some amazing rums here. There's a lot of Jamaicans that don't know that their rum's made in Mauritius. It's like there's loads of people in Cuba and Puerto Rico and even the French Caribbean that don't know there's rums from Île Maurice. So I'm hoping for me being here would help give that exposure to Mauritian rums around the world. And if it doesn't happen, then we'll have to do it again next year.
No?
Yeah. So my name is Joe Bolzani. I'm working as a bar consultant for myself. My company is called Liquid Chef. I'll be doing a masterclass in the first day and the second day. I'll be talking about the evolution of Mauritian rum. I'll be talking a little bit about the origin, how it started, as there is a lot of misconception, and not too much information. So I'll be talking about how it started with the Dutch, the actually original spirit that you had in the island, which actually was not made from sugarcane, but from palm tree. I'll be talking as well about some cocktails that are not that much, most of the people are not too much aware. Drinks like palm that come from the Indians, immigrants. We're talking about tea punch, which has some French influence. I'll be talking about rum arrangé and how it evolved in the last 20-30 years. And I'll finish in mixing some drinks, some twist of some local cocktails. Also on the first day I'll be organizing a competition, a speed challenge, cocktail competition, which is going to be a platform to showcase local talent. It will be 8 competitors that all previous winner of a major competition around the island. The competition is going to be straightforward. The quickest one to finish the 6 rum-based cocktail will be the winner. Of course, they will have deduction if they forget some ingredients on the cocktail that can affect the taste of the drink. But rather than that, it will be mainly based on the speed and of course on the technique as well. That's it from my side.
On a aussi Dean Oxenham qui est membre de l'association des producteurs de rhum à Maurice, qui représente l'association aujourd'hui. Et parmi nous supporte sur cet événement, évidemment les membres de l'association des producteurs de rhum à Maurice, ils sont tous présents sur le festival. Je sais pas si tu as
Ouais.
un invité.
Donc voilà, moi c'est Dean Oxenham, je suis en tant que représentant de l'association des producteurs de rhum, donc la Rum Producers Institute Mauritius, qui regroupe toutes les 6 distilleries productrices de rhum à Maurice. Et nous sommes là en tant que support au Rum Festival que Indigo organise cette année ici, comme l'année dernière, pour vraiment donner un aspect local à cet événement. Nous sommes pour faire découvrir, parce que je pense que ça mérite d'être les rhums de Maurice. Les gens font envie de ne pas vouloir trop s'y intéresser, mais avec un événement comme ça permet de vraiment donner une autre ampleur à notre spirituel local, qui est vraiment partie de notre culture. Donc c'est ce qu'on s'efforce de faire. Voilà.
Perfect.
Bien sûr, un bise, bien support.
Merci.
Oui,
Je vais me présenter brièvement. En fait, je suis en Nito. Donc, moi, j'ai rejoint le secteur de l'alcool depuis 2 ans. Donc, du coup, je suis ravie d'avoir rejoint l'équipe de la EBAM et l'équipe de la distillerie de la Bourdonnais. Et pour moi, c'est un plaisir de rencontrer ces 2 experts qui sont là. Et le festival, à mon avis, va prendre une grande ampleur parce que la première édition était un franc succès suite à ce que Xavier et l'équipe du Suffren a organisé. Donc moi j'invite les Mauriciens à venir nombreux et à découvrir le talent mauricien, à découvrir toutes les saveurs en termes de rhum agricole et rhum traditionnel, ainsi que ce que les autres pays étrangers ont à proposer, et surtout de s'intéresser à ce que les experts ont à la montrer. Ça va être un atout pour les Mauriciens en tant que bartenders qui ont envie de foncer à venir. Voilà.
Ouais, alors j'ai l'impression que ça prend beaucoup plus ampleur justement ces derniers-ci. Vous comptez inscrire justement ce festival tous les ans. Comment ça va se faire? C'est naturel?
Alors, pas forcément. C'est vrai qu'on s'est lancé dans le festival vraiment redynamiser un peu nos événements. Et c'est vrai que ça a vraiment pris beaucoup d'ampleur. Tant que les gens sont intéressés à venir sur ce genre de festival, c'est vrai que oui, on continue, on va réitérer l'expérience, mais c'est pas quelque chose sur lequel on s'est projeté sur plusieurs années. Oui, c'est encore l'intérêt des Mauriciens.
Alors peut-être un peu de chiffres. L'année dernière, vous avez reçu combien de visiteurs?
L'année dernière, on a eu à peu près 600 à 700 visiteurs.
700 visiteurs. Et vous attendez combien de visiteurs pour l'année ici?
Environ 800, 900.
Vous avez présenté combien de variétés de rhum?
L'année dernière, on avait 16 exposants. Exactement le nombre de variétés de rhum. On peut dire que ça tournait autour d'une centaine de variétés
De références,
rhum.
ouais.
De références. Cette année-ci, on a 22 exposants. On a plus de 150 références.
What's a good rum for me?
The ambassador.
It's another question I haven't been asked before. I normally boil it down to three definitions. One is the one that's in your glass. The next one is a next rum, and the last one is a free rum. They're the three good qualities of the three best rums. And the reason why I say that is because it's true. But the other thing is there are so many different styles of rums. I look at rums as a category like wines. There are different wines for different occasions, different variations of wines, and that's how they are with rums. So I may drink a rum from one distillery here in Mauritius and really enjoy it one day, and then I may drink another rum from another distillery and enjoy that better on another day. I may have a rum in a cocktail, maybe before a meal, during a meal, or at the end of a meal. Or I may have it neat as a digestive, or maybe pairing it with chocolates or with a cigar. So rums will work in different ways for different people, and that's why I find it impossible to say what the best rum is, or what's a good rum. In short, a good rum is a rum that makes you feel good. Because who am I, living in London, from a Jamaican family, to tell someone living, say, here in Mauritius, what a good rum is? Because that person may drink a rum that I may not enjoy, but for them, that's the best rum in the world. Just the same way as I might drink a rum and they like, oh Ian, that's terrible. So it's about the individual perception. So for me, the best rum in the world is the one that you enjoy, that's in your glass.
Et en Asie, l'approche est pareille par rapport au rhum. Vous êtes plus là en
Exactement, on me demande souvent quel est le meilleur sur mes étagères. Here is the list. What's your favorite? Well, I've got, I don't know. Can we pay you a rum? I say, yeah, pick one for me. Well, don't go this one, but go middle one. A little bit, the little chef over there. Well, don't go too high, otherwise you might cry at the end of the night. But yeah, no, it's also after you got some aging, you got the non-age. The non-age, I would say, it's again, it's simple drinks. You finish, you want nice rum and soda. You're gonna go, you're gonna go on the top shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it all depends on what you really want to drink at the time you want to drink it. So yes, again, you can recommend. My job in Asia is really hard. Opening the bar with the onioni has been It's been open for 5 years and it's successful. It's great, but it's really hard to sell rum, and it's really hard to give this knowledge to people. So it's why I did a rum festival, to try to attract and try to teach the staff, to the bartender, to the manager, to the local people, when they're drinking only whiskey and cognac, and in that China, I mean around the world is nearly the same, and then try to change that a little bit. So obviously I was talking about that last week when I tried a beautiful agricole rum from Martinique, and it was like really a cognac finish, a whiskey style, but like Scottish whiskey. So if you try to approach the Chinese, say, well, I'm drinking only whiskey, I'm not going to drink your rum. Can I have a whiskey? I was like, okay, try that. Oh, it's a beautiful whiskey. Yes, it's rum. And then this is what I did. The first year, I got 80% women in my bar, and they said, I want vodka, I want gin, I want vodka. Yeah, great. What vodka cocktail do you have? Oh yeah, I've got perfect one for you. What was it? It's amazing. Can I have another one? Yes. What did you put inside? Yes. So rum. Oh, great.
Light rum. A light rum.
Yeah, and a light rum, or even New Groove 5 years or whatever at that time. So, and I'm using a lot of New Groove or Mauritius rum sometimes. One of my favorites was a long time ago, and still one of my shelf, Green Island, and which I import myself from UK to have it on my bar since day one. So it's like try to approach and educate people in different story to make them enjoying rum.
I think what Max is trying to allude to. I first came here in 2008. It was my first experience of rum, Mauritian rums, and the rums I saw. Went to Grove, went to Grays, didn't go to Oxenham unfortunately. The Bordelais hadn't really started setting up yet, so it was before their time. Went down to Saint-Aubin, and what I saw was some young rums. It was a young rum industry. But when I spoke to locals and I said rum, they're like, rum, Goodwill. That's it. And if I went to the countryside, Dilombic. That was it. I was like, wow. But now, 7 years later, 8 years later, 9 years later, now you're seeing, what's in your bag? You're seeing Le Bordelais aged rums. You're having rums, and this was a spice one, Spice Gold. Yeah. Got the Spice Gold. Dean's now, Oscar have been playing around with stills for a couple of years, and they've created some aged rums because the rum market is developing. Rum drinkers that have been drinking rum for years have said, it's just rum, but when we celebrate, we're going to drink whiskey, we're going to drink cognac. They're now saying, well, you know what, there's some really good aged rums out there, or some sipping rums out there. And that's what rum festivals and rum bars like Max, and why I started off doing what I do. What we're doing now is we're not only educating rum drinkers into better quality rums, we're also educating non-rum drinkers into the rum industry, but using taste notes and profiles that they enjoy. So if you're a vodka drinker, there's a light rum out there for you. If you're a gin drinker, there may be a flavored rum or a spice rum for you. If you're a whiskey drinker or cognac drinker, there are some heavy aged premium, made out of premium rums out there for the cognac and whiskey drinkers. But there is, if you drink a spirit, there's a rum out there for you. And that's what a rum festival that's why Rum Festival was created. That's the reason why companies like their two companies are now making rums at a premium, because they know there's another market out there, not just the Goodwill, no disrespect to Goodwill, or the Tilombic, no disrespect to bootleg rums made up in the mountains, but there's a stepping stone, there's a gradient for rum drinkers to drink more premium, as opposed to just drinking loads of a cheap product. So that's what rum festivals are doing, and that's where the rum drinker is going to now. Sorry about that. That's how I feel.
So the rum industry is giving an alternative to cognac or vodka?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have been to that level now in Mauritius, talking about this growth and Aboriginal. We are that level that we can offer alternative to cognac, vodka, whatsoever.
Well, that's what's happening around the world.
Yes, I don't have any more cognac or Armagnac behind my bar. Or I've got one bottle hidden somewhere. But yeah, so I've got about 4 bottles of gins, and I've got like maybe 4 bottles of vodka, and that's it pretty much. So of course I've got a nice range of bourbon. Bourbon always goes with a nice rum, because rum aged mostly in bourbon barrels in Caribbean. And then the thing is, so is try to develop all the time and try to teach people, and people comes to the bar who never tried rum before, and now they keep coming and they say, I want the rum and I want that one and I want that one. Oh, I get this one, and then you got some people and this is great, happened like a few weeks ago. They were drinking Appleton 21. This guy is a company card behind the bar, and it's open bar. I say, I want that one. They knew what they wanted to order, and they finished the bottle, but then the bill went like off the roof.
And how much is it for one of those rums for a shot?
That one, well, I put the price on, but now it's about 30 euro glass,
for
50 ml.
50 ml. 30 euros for one shot of rum.
So I used to be 500 because the bottle is about 300 euro a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, so and people knows.
Yeah.
But if they have to pay, they watch their wallet a bit. So you have to play around. Now it's like my bar, for example, all the rum that I have for a long time, I give them cost price. Literally, you don't make any money on that. It's like having a top one in your restaurant. If you multiply it by 4 or 5, like you do in your house, or whatever, you make some profit. Now this is, you make a little bit of cash, but you make somebody happy and learning something. So this is why we should be doing a bit more. But it's what I do.
Yeah, so it's growing. The rum category is growing slowly but surely, but it's growing, and people's mindsets are changing. How their perception of rums are, it's and changing for the better as well. I'm more into people drinking more quality than quantity as such. So if rum companies are making much more, are focusing more on creating quality, they can get their money back through the selling of that. As we know, it's quite warm here in Mauritius. If you're not from Mauritius, then it's even warmer. So when rums are in barrels, they're aging, you have this angel share, and the angel share is a lot more here than it is over in cold Europe as such. So these rums are being made at a premium. So if you have a rum that's 5 years old or 10 years old, it's like a 5-year-old rum is like a 15-year-old whiskey, because it's aging 4 times faster here in Mauritius than it would be in Scotland or in the cold country. So you charge a little bit more, but then the customer wants to know why they are paying a bit more, because their perception of rum is, as I said, the cheaper rums. If they know they're paying more because the product is quality and it's been drunk by people that have means, that said, you know what, I want that top shelf rum. Instead of drinking, am I allowed to say Sailor Jerry? Good. Instead of drinking Sailor Jerry, you're drinking Spice Gold from La Bordelaise, because it's made at a premium. It's a stepping stone instead of the basic spice rums that are out there. So that's where the rum industry is going around the world, and I'm glad to see it's happening here in Mauritius as such, because it's echoing what's happening around the world in the rum industry, and they can only take advantage of that as an organisation. See, I didn't even know that. Yes. But hey, there you go.
No surprise.
Est-ce que vous ressentez justement au niveau de Maurice tout ce qui est là, à quel point le rhum
Donc oui, on avait quand même une image assez péjorative du rhum à Maurice. Et chez les 2 dernières années, on sent que au niveau de l'hôtellerie et même chez un marché local, on voit un meilleur engouement pour les rhums mauriciens. Les différents groupes hôteliers aujourd'hui proposent une variété, une sélection de rhum aujourd'hui qu'il n'y avait pas il y a 5 ans. Ça n'existait pas. Le fait d'avoir aussi de pousser des différentes distilleries et d'autres marques qui existent à Maurice, on offre une variété, une diversité. Aujourd'hui, pour moi, le rhum est un des spiritueux qui a le plus de diversité sur une offre aujourd'hui. Comme Maxence disait, ça peut venir equate une vodka ou un gin, il peut trouver une alternative. Donc, sur un vieux spiritueux de vodka, d'armagnac ou de cognac ou de whisky, il peut trouver une alternative comme ça au rhum. Donc c'est vraiment divers.
Est-ce que je pourrais dire que le rhum devient fashion?
C'est fashion.
C'est déjà fashion?
It's been a long time.
Oh, it's becoming fashion. Yeah. One of the questions I always get asked by press is rum the new whatever? Is rum the new cognac? Is rum the new whiskey? Is rum the new tequila? Is rum the new gin? Rum's always been there. We've always been drinking rum. It's probably the oldest spirit as such, although it got its official name from the English colonies as such, but they were drinking cane spirit products way before that as such. It's just that Rums are made in developing countries, and developing countries have never had the same cachet as some of these richer European countries when it comes to the whiskies, the scotches of the world, or the American whiskies. These are rich countries, so they can pay for marketing, where rums are from developing countries. It needs to be close to the sugarcane if you're making it from fresh sugarcane juice. So Mauritius and Seychelles and Madagascar over here in the Indian Ocean, and in the Caribbean, of course, you've got the English colonies and Spanish colonies. These are all developing countries. So the rum has never had the same type of promotion or marketing, especially in modern times, as some of these other spirits. In the early 1700s, it was the biggest spirit in the world because that's what everyone wanted to drink, because these were rich countries. You produce sugarcane, you were rich. That's why this country was Dutch and French and English. Everyone fought for this, for the land as such, and sugarcane was an important part of that. Today, because of unfair trading with a lot of the big Western countries, rums is not seen in the same type of light as some of these other big spirits, but it's still being drunk. But now people are now starting to change their thought process on rums. They're not saying, oh, it's a cheap spirit. It's some good rums now out there. So if I do drink a rum, I'm going to call for that rum. People are actually going into bars. Matt's can testify that. Over 300 rums in your bar?
Yeah, he came at one point.
People
yes.
come and ask for a brand of rum. Where when I started off in the industry 25 years ago in my bar, it was like, I'll have a rum. Oh, which rum would you want? Oh, they're all the same. I'll have a white rum. And you go in the bar, you see one white, one dark, one gold. That's it. That's it. 25 years ago. Now it's, oh, do you want a Jamaican style? Do you want a Cuban style? You want a Puerto Rican style? You want a Mauritian style of rum? And that's where we want rums to go. And that's what we want people to do. Call for brands, call for countries, call for regions, call for styles of rum. That's when we can say, yeah, rum's arrived. But technically it hasn't really gone away anywhere. So yes, it's in fashion, especially cocktails.
Cocktail make the rum travel a lot.
Yeah.
Hemingway, again the tiponche.
Mosquito.
People, you do tiponche.
Most of the classic cocktails are rum-based.
Yeah, they are.
Rum-based.
They are. It's true. I mean, you can go and tomorrow at the presentation, or you go to someone that goes to a bar and you say to them, rum cocktail, and they're like, yes, mojito, pina colada, tip punch, planter's punch. It's a vodka cocktail. Vodka martini. Gin cocktail.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, cosmopolitan. See, rum is fun. Rum is fun, and it helps. With cocktails, it helps rum travel around the world as such, and makes that association with the tropics. So it is popular. So rums are popular. It's just now we're trying to get people to not only drink rums in cocktails, but also try it neat, or with just a simple serve: rum and ginger beer, rum and tonic water, rum and ginger ale. A nice simple serve as well. Rum and spice rum with a nice long glass and a highball, nice tonic, twist of orange inside there, maybe a vanilla pod inside there as well, to make a really nice, long, refreshing drink, but easy to serve, easy to make. But a customer will ask for something premium, as opposed to just saying, oh, give me Goodwill. Sorry, Goodwill.
Old-fashioned.
You don't make Goodwill, do you?
No, even in a classic old-fashioned, if you have like an aged rum, premium aged rum, another good way to approach to an aged rum would be in an old-fashioned, by adding a small amount of sugar, langostura, over ice.
Yeah. Yeah, nice rum old-fashioned.
Also,
I love
Negroni.
it. Rum Negroni.
Negroni, yeah.
Yeah, I love rum Negronis.
Aged rum instead of
Try
drink.
rum Negroni with you guys.
A lot of depth, a lot of complexity to it.
Spice rums for kids. Any more questions? We should have had some rum. We should have been drinking rum while we were talking there, shouldn't we?
Might help.
Let's bring the rum.
Yeah, rum.
Oh, we're talking about rum, but didn't really speak too much about also the cachaça.
Yeah, of course, cachaça, of course, Brazilian, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people not consider the cachaça as rum, but it's also made from sugarcane. You've been in Brazil, so you saw.
Yep.
You saw a little bit. I mean, there is not big difference in the way.
No, the production of cachaça is the same as production of any fresh sugarcane juice thing. It's more about the region. Has to be made in Brazil.
Yeah, I know sometimes they add like some flour,
some fuba on the north and not on the south. Yeah. But then it's funny because that's one of the questions. Cachaça always comes up when we talk about rum in regions, and people will say, "Oh, is cachaça a rum?" I say no. The question you should be asking is rum a cachaça? Because cachaça was made about 100 years before rum was being made. So that's what you should be asking. They're like, okay, we won't ask that question again then. Because cachaça was being made and drunk in the 1530s in South America, in Brazil. And rum, although they were influenced from the people that came up from South America, they only started calling it rum in like the 1630s in Barbados and in Martinique. So cachaça was being called cachaça or aguardiente 100 years before products was being called rum as such. But they're all made from sugarcane and made in a similar way. That's not to say that every product made from sugarcane is a rum, but if it's made in a certain way, then it can be classified as a rum as such. Because the biggest selling gin in the world made from sugarcane, biggest selling brandy in the world made from sugarcane. And if you go to India, some of the biggest whiskeys in India are made from sugarcane, but they're not. These are not rums.
Also vodka.
And vodka, of course, vodka.
For example, like in Mauritius.
Yes, same as in Jamaica, Smirnoff is made from sugarcane in Jamaica, So not all spirits made from sugarcane are rum, and then not all sugarcane spirits, but there are a lot of sugarcane spirits that are not called rum that are technically rums, or rum, or rum. Sorry, French. Rum.
You can teach me a lot. You can teach me how to take a step. You can show me how to tie my shoes. You can teach me how to read and write, how to win and how to lose. You can teach me how to cross my T's. You can show me how to dot my I's. You can teach me how to sing and dance, when to laugh and when to cry. You can teach me how to solve for X. You can show me a shooting star. You can teach me how to hope and dream, how to ride a bike, then to drive a car. You can teach me how to achieve my goals. You can show me how to say goodbye. You can teach me how to grow and learn. But did you know I could learn to save a life?